call it. He is your test driver as he takes her down the track and right at about the 200-foot mark, and that will be it for Henry Piper as we get the 5,000 super stock competition underway. Brayback brothers have done extreme.
Over there, okay, over there they are. He's a great guy. I mean, this guy, Henry, can win, lose, draw, no matter what it is. Always has a smile on his face. You walk into the pit area, he always has a smile and a handshake.
There he is on the rerun. Henry Piper at 194 feet 7 inches. You can tell he's been there many times. Brings the right state down the track and a good steady run. Henry Piper is your test driver. He may come back. JJ, what are you saying? We're going to roll? All right.
Here he goes, green flag. Dennis Brabeck. The Alex Chalmers. The 8050, the new series numbers, front end high in the air as he comes bobbing out. He's jumping and hopping. I'm sure. Oh, bad last break for him. And I'm sure he didn't like to see that front end that high in the air. No. Because when that was coming down, it was really putting the strain on his tractor.
Would appear to be a rear end problem.
Tough break for Dennis Brabeck. And you can see the disappointment on his face, Ed. He is not happy with that at all, as he should be, because the chance he has of being number one in his class is very high.
Yeah, you just don't see Dennis and crew with those kind of problems.
The 8050, the new series.
Rarely. Beautiful tractor.
Take a look at the machine, it's always that way.
Here it comes now on the instant beat. No. Boom. He gets past the 100. That smoke tube, he just could not stand it in here, believe me. Here we go. Watch him run now. Arnold Banker with his white 70. Oh, yes. Yes, sir. Good looking run. Oh, good strong tractor. Big tractor to be in this class. We're going to roll it. We are officially underway. Arnold Banker. That means we've got Jim Acton. Jim Acton, I-8 666 is on deck. E.C. Long from Missouri. Someone needs to tell me how we pronounce that town from Missouri. Bavaria? Tell me if that's right or wrong. Here we go. Instant replay. 219 feet, 1 inch for Arnold Banker. Good. And right now he is taking the lead in this class. Good looking run. Big track to be in this class. 219 feet, 1 inch for Arnold Banker. As we launch into pulling for 1985. Here's driver Jim Acton. All right, Jimmy, bring her on down. Looking good. Ooh, up and down he goes. Straight down the track. But just may have bobbled a little too much. That'll be it for Jim Acton. That'll bring up P.C. Long from out of Missouri with his I-8 460, and then the Parker brothers with John Parker in the hole from Castalia, Ohio. This has been a class over the years that's been very popular for Oliver tractors. Talked with DeLynn Cale earlier today. They'll not be in with their tractor, but goodness knows they have been here years past. Here we come now with the instant replay on Jimmy Acton from Lynn, Indiana. You can see now perhaps a little too light on the front end. It may have cost him some footage in this particular run. Settlers are down. That'll be it for Jimmy. He's in the saddle. He could be riding downhill all the way. You bet. P.C. Long calls her the mayor's toy, number 2. Oh, check this out, lads. Check this out. what he's doing. A little fire there at the end. BC calls that show business, that fire that he pops out there at the end. He just does that for a little bit of the show, Les. There it is again, see? And some more. Ooh. Blue flame. Has to be hot. BC Long leaves the arena. Let's give him a nice round of applause. Good run. Well of a good run. All right. Appreciate that. The guys appreciate the applause. We have now BC Long. Johnny Parker. Parker brother. The mayor's on deck. Number 2. Oh, check out that distance, Jim. BC Long. BC. Oh, second place. 2, 11 and 10. 211. JJ, we're set. Oliver, ready to run. Johnny Parker, Castelia, Ohio. This is far north central Ohio. Good farming country up in this part of the state. Good vegetable country, too.
Oh, front end really coming up as he comes out of the hole, comes to the left side of the track. He's awful close over here, but keeps it on the side of the white line. Oh, looking good. He's good for it down to the 234-foot mark, and it just may be.
Oh, wow. Run. Little squirrely at the end there. Les will pick that up on the instant replay.
Great job at driving him. He came over here. He did not panic. He came over towards the right side of the track. He did not panic at all. Just stayed right with it.
Kept her going.
Kept on going.
Good brake system, but if he would have straightened that thing out, he might have been out the end.
226 and 2. 226 and 2 for Parker Brothers. John Parker in the seat out of Castelia.
That moves him into first place. Here it is, instant replay. Johnny Parker, good old Buckeye. Here, right off the close to the out of bound line, but like you said, Les, didn't panic, brought it to the right. Now watch it, get real squirrely right here at the end. Whoa.
Interesting enough, did you watch him in his replay? He was watching the flag on Rickman. He had his eye on children and grandchildren. Yeah, quite a competitor. Fuel injected. This is a fuel injected International 460. Develops a lot of horsepower. Henry does the work on it himself. Enjoys doing the traveling.
And he's in good shape too. Great shape. Henry Piper. Watch him run. They call him the granddaddy of tractor pulling. Holland Harvester.
Oh, he's looking good. He's got the front in the air right down around the 200-foot mark. I wonder if he may have wanted another weight up on the front. But a great job by Henry Piper with the International. I think that's a 560, isn't it? As he looks on it, right. International 560. Those 460s and 560s are tough to tell apart. Let's give him a good hand as he lays the Coliseum. Henry Piper, the International 560. Great competitor. Here we see the instant replay. Ed comes out and just starts the tires turning very smooth and gets on it pretty hard out of the hole, front end hopping and jumping. He went over towards the left side of the track, but then got it straightened out and carries that front end, not letting the front end touch the ground, just about all the way through the run. Good run for Henry Piper.
206 and 7. And at this point, good enough. Last 12 years, we have seen the expense of being involved in this sport grow and grow and grow. And we have some guys who used to be great competitors who said, hey, we just economically can't keep up. And so they decide to become spectators. You can expect that.
There he goes, Dave Chrisman, Edinburgh, Indiana. Great competitor. He's one of the guys in the ACs that can get it out there. AC fans cheer him on as he brings it out of the hole. Having just a little bit of trouble getting it locked in, backing out of the throttle, but then staying with it, front end high in the air, hopping and bouncing, and I'm sure that Dave is not as satisfied with that run as he would like to be.
I'm
See,
sure.
Came out and he got in the air. One time there, it looked like he may have backed out of the throttle just a little bit to try and set those tires, get that front end back down, but disappointing run for him, but we've seen him many times right up there on top. He's been a past champion.
Oh, you bet, Les. And the track may have fooled him here a little bit. We're going to watch this on the instant replay here in a couple of moments. But I think you're right, Les. He may have backed off a little bit. I think he thought he could put it right to it. Now, here we go. Right there. It jumped on him, and he got it settled down, and here we go. Swings off to that left, has to hit that brake, and now really costing footage there.
Hey, that seemed to be the key secret right there. When he hit the brake and started coming back towards the center, that seemed to be the key thing that lost that the excitement of the early Super Bowls. And there was a guy that made a lot of excitement. Here we go to the starting end of the track. Another Atlas Challenge machine. Arnold Banker out of Milton.
All right, let's watch him run.
AC-180, he's one of the guys that can do it. Watch him. He's going hard, going towards the left side with the tricky.
Oh, he broke up.
He shot a lot of pieces out of the bottom.
Right out of the bottom. You can see it.
No oil coming out.
No, right there, but that jacket, Les.
May have been possibly, could have been turbocharger parts. I'm not sure if the engine's still running or not.
I think you might be right.
We'll have to look on the, I don't know if we can catch it on the instant replay or not exactly when it
Calls are tricky business. Brought her down about the 135, 140 foot mark, 130 feet. And all at once, Arnold Banker, all the way in from Kansas. He's looking at it. He can't quite figure out either.
Arnold Banker.
He doesn't seem to. Here we go. Instant replay. Brings it out. Has the tire speed that he's after, Les.
Good run going. He pulled
Had to hit the brake in.
right there.
Broke up.
You can actually see a lot of pieces coming out the bottom.
But interesting also that the very moment he had to hit the brake the hardest is also when he broke.
Well, that would be when it would really start to work the engine, because you got to remember we talked about hitting the brake kills the horsepower.
Well, I've seen them air-cooled sometimes in years past, Les. It'd be just a big old hole right in the side. I mean, really air-cooled.
Green flag is out. Here he goes. The air-cooled Deutsch machine. Throwing out hard. Really turning the tires. Not picking the front end the way he would like to. Having trouble getting it locked in. Hitting the brakes. Now high in the air. Really high in the air as he goes down the track, spinning and chewing. He's out there right around the 200-foot mark. Not enough to move up into number one. But you have to be well satisfied with that run.
Sounds like those semis came back that were here last night. You hear that? Somebody driving those around out in the corridor. Again, and the boys didn't hear this announcement last, the Shakamak FFA. Shakamak FFA, section number 6, 56 of those young people. Welcome to Indy Super number 12. Great to have you here.
Shakamak.
Shakamak. Is that right, Shakamak? Okay, good.
Close enough.
Must be a good old Indian name.
High in the air.
Or whatever.
High in the air as he goes down the track.
Here we go. 2, 10, and 3. 2, 10, and 3. Bird stopper.
See there, watch the replay. Front end in the air. Started the pull. Couldn't get the front end up. Getting up over 1,000 horsepower. That's difficult on these super stock tractors. They're running the turbochargers on them. The exhaust-driven turbochargers. Of course, on any engine, even your car or truck at home, the more air you can get into that engine, the more fuel you can put in. The more fuel you get in there, the more horsepower you get back out. And that's the name of the game on these things, to get the air in there. The more air you can get in, the more fuel you can put in. But the higher you go in the air pressure, the more fuel you go, the more fine-tuned it has to be to perform. And right now, Terry Wood, the Alice Chalmers engineer, going front end way in the air. He's really having a rough ride, using his brakes. Front end high in the air, but keeping it and carrying it, and he's really down in there. High in the air.
Hey, let's hear it for Terry Wood. Oh, my. I tell you, Les, you talk about a bronc in the saddle.
You can see the expression on his face at about the 100-foot mark. He was really concerned with the height of the machine.
He said, this is serious business. I better hang on.
And it never really did settle down for him. I think he's wishing he would have had some more weight on front. But now you look at the back, you can see there is no weight on the back of the machine to hang out on the front. So he had it all up in front to start with. Let's give him a good hand. Terry Wood out of Mountain City, Indiana.
Here he comes. This is replay now. 197 feet, 7 inches. Let's watch it. I mean, he was wrestling this thing, Les, all the way down the track. Here it really gets squirrely. You can see on his face, boy. Just hang on. He said, I'm glad to be done. Hey, I just want, we've said that they work on these 7 and 7, and let me repeat that the leader in this class is Johnny Parker with an Oliver from Castilia.
These guys have been here 12 years. This is one of the teams that's been here all 12 years competing at the Indy Super Bowl.
Never missed a one.
Never missed a one. And I think they, I'm not sure, at least they had one 88 Oliver here all 12 years. I think the other one might have been a WDAC 45.
All right, we're all set, Les. Dennis Lucas, and this is Pete from Seymour, Indiana. Oh, hang on to her. Dennis, looking good. Oh, lost the tire speed. Lost that tire speed at about the 150-foot mark, and he settled her right down. So Dennis Lucas with is Oliver 88. And that'll bring up Harold Bolin with repeat. This is the team of Bolin and Lucas. And in the hole is Ivan Carroll, the Carroll family team from Clarence, Missouri. And they'll be followed by David J. Moreno. And don't forget our final class this afternoon, the two-wheel drive pickup truck. Here we go, instant replay. Now watch, Les, he does a good job, but he loses tire speed about the 150-foot. Ooh, right there. Lost the tire, went away.
These guys,
he is raring to go, Harold Bolin. And let's bring on repeat. We just had Pete. Why not?
Ed's still having his problems down there on the starting line. Not sure what the problem is, but he's really working on to try and coax it out. And just checking to make sure the chain is hooked. JJ has the green flag out for him. Now these you can see clean burning. These are not diesel. This is a gasser, LP gasser. He's going hard on repeat. Now he's looking good. He's got it locked in. You can see a little clutch slippage there, but not much. He's going hard for it. He may be able to put the Oliver in the top three. He's going for the number one spot. Good run, Harold Bolin. Wow.
Hey, now what are you talking about, them old Olivers? Huh? Where's my Oliver buddy up here? He's got to be all excited. Have him stand up one more time. Yes, sir. Right there. One more time. Boy, I mean, he's turned on. I love it.
Interesting now. Almost assume there it is. 2:27. We have a new leader. Harold Bolin's moving in that number one position. But not only that, that puts Oliver in the top three positions. Oliver in the top
three. Have him stand up one more time. Oliver, top three.
There he goes on the rerun. You can see having a little bit of trouble getting out of the hole and getting going, but doing an excellent job. Not breaking the tires loose at all, but you can see the hopping and jumping on the track. That means the clutch was slipping. Finally got set in and just stays right with it, keeps on digging and chewing. You can almost see the wheels coming almost to a stop. Everything really maxed. And that'll put him in the number one position.
So, repeat.
Excellent run.
Chuck 570. He calls her the levy leaper. Boy, I'm anxious to see this one go. Hang on, all you cockshut fans.
Green flag is out. And you can see him playing with it there, trying to get it going. The levy leaper having a problem getting the RPMs up, but he does stay with it. It comes back to life, but then disappointingly cannot keep it going. And Ed, on the TV screen, you could actually see with his left hand, he was pulling something like a choke. May have been trying to adjust the... maybe something and trying to adjust the fuel mixture or something of that type, but he was playing with the fuel adjustment with that left hand.
And last one to point out that the cockshot tractors, here we go, instant rerun, manufactured in Canada, and this is the color of paint that they have.
Trying to get it.
Here he comes, looking good at this point, 154 feet 10 inches, and then it just kind of
Disappointing.
moves out on him. So a disappointing run, really, for Ivan Carroll and the Carroll family team in from Missouri. But
It's a cookbook made up by the Pullers Wise, and that's on sale.
let me tell you something. My Maryland says, finest cookbook ever put together. Believe it. Give it a try. Here we go. David Moreno. Oh, I'm loving this, Les. Good old D17. Bring her on down. The orange blossom space. Oh, holy smoke. That's just like home.
Is that what yours does when it's hooked to the grinder mixer?
Just like home, boy. Woo-hoo, man. Oh, but a good-looking tractor. My, oh, my.
And
Great mine doesn't look like that.
again, we should say, compliment the sled. The NC Plus hybrid sled. It's old Ironside, Dave Hager. And for this year, the old Ironside's running the engine and propels the sled right back to the starting line, which is a big innovation. Most of the sleds going this way.
All right, 185.2 for David Moreno. 185 and 2. Instant replay. Here we come on down. Oh, holy smoke blue.
Well, there again, as we were watching on Arnold Banker's tractor, when he hit that.